So Arch Stanton said, I've been an atheist all my life because I still have yet to hear a single person give me a sensible, believable reason to think a God exists. And Cameron says, who's going to tell him about fine-tuning?
The fine-tuning argument is basically just that there's a certain set of parameters that would allow for life, and we happen to be in the universe with that certain set of parameters, and it's so rare that could have happened. Anyway, I have a fucking Magic the Gathering deck here. I'm going to shuffle it up real quick. Did you know that there's more than 70 billion fucking unique hands in a commander deck of Magic the Gathering, and any hand you have in that deck is such a rare and unique circumstance that you will likely never, ever experience it ever again? Wow, the hand you drew must have been fine-tuned from God.
Cirrus.
Yeah?
You did it wrong. See, I took a screenshot of one of the replies to this, and you were supposed to go to the straight puddle in the hole analogy.
The puddle in the hole analogy is boring.
To be fair, I know, but it's valid.
It's a valid analogy. Isn't this hole shaped perfectly for me? No, I get it. The whole analogy is great, but my God, if there is one thing that I got super tired with reading through like atheist responses to Christianity stuff, it is hearing the same rebuttal. Not that the rebuttals aren't right. They can be correct, but it gets very, very boring to hear the same one across channels.
Without fine-tuning, there would be no puddle and no hole.
Without fine-tuning, there would be no atheist arguments against Christianity. Checkmate. Theists?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. I don't find fine-tuning to be very convincing because we don't have enough information to actually say whether or not the universe even is fine-tuned.
Correct. Not to mention, right, we run into this other huge problem where we go, hey, there's such a small probability that we could have ended up here. But that's not actually true, because that's not how numbers work. The probability that something is going to happen is chance, but the probability that something has happened is 1.
Mm-hmm.
You have a 100% probability of an event if the event has already occurred. You live here right now, so the event has occurred. The probability of this happening, of this universe as we understand it existing, is 1. That's not really that astounding. That said, I've used the restroom.
Okay. But I'm the one that's been drinking.
One eternity later.
But yeah, so let's give you a little tour through my book, read some of my highlights. I have no idea why I highlighted them.
Okay, I am alive now.
Oh, you're good. I resorted to reading the fucking Bible to the audience, Cirrus.
You resorted to reading the Bible?
Yes.
Oh, it's not the first time you've done that.
I grabbed my confirmation Bible, I started flipping through it and finding like bits that I had highlighted, and I'd read the highlights, and then I'd try to figure out why I highlighted it and never found a good answer. I did find a printout of an email from 2003.
Okay, but what did you confirm?
Nothing. I did turn to Ezekiel 23:20. I didn't have that one highlighted, unfortunately, but I did, of course, read about the semen and horse dicks.
Yeah? And could you confirm anything from that when you did that, or like...
Was I supposed to?
I mean, it's a confirmation Bible. I'd assume something was getting confirmed.
Yeah, no, I was getting confirmed. I think you need to check your redeems.
Don't.
Don't. It's not a don't. I already did.
Don't.
Do it.
Wolfrain. Wolforian. Thank you for redeeming your points for an uwu. You can also go home. Go to sleep.
I think you need to go further back than that.
Sleep your precious little head on a pillow and die. Dorito Dave says, y'all gonna cause Cirrus to eat a bullet. No, I went back to when Alan Michael resubbed and said a hell of a time for me to come back, which is when I left. So then we have Ariezi with an ooh, you fucking monster. We have Vice Rhino. I was taking a shit.
Yes, and I had to punish you for it.
And you made me ooh when I was taking a shit.
You made me entertain the audience by myself. I'm bad at that.
Oh my
we both
God,
know it.
I made you do your job as an entertainer.
I know.
So upset. I'll never do it again. Miralana says you were taking a poo.
Dark Falcon says VR's a closet furry, to which A. Chapman responded, closet?
Gideon Wells, thank you for subscribing. An anonymous gifter also gifted 2 subs. That's cool. Gideon Wells also dropped 500 bits. That's cool. An anonymous gifter also did a community sub. That's fucking great, y'all. I wish I didn't hate every one of you.
Okay, but nobody went to donate.vicerhino.com?
Robert Adson, thank you for redeeming your points for an woo as well. Regios, thank you for the 100 bits. And My Little Geekery, thank you for the 15 bits. Cinder, thank you for gifting out a community sub. Twilight Give, thank you for redeeming out. Twilight Grim, thank you for redeeming your points for an ooh-woo-woo. And Jeff Keefe, thank you for redeeming your points for an ooh-woo. There, I've done all of that. Oh, God, I have to check my PayPal. God damn it! Fucking Gideon. On top of all of that, paid for a motherfucking ooh-woo.
Cool Ducks, thanks for the hats. Conton 83.
I'm gonna go fucking eat drywall. I'm done.
Yeah. So nobody's donated at donate.vicerunner.com. But yeah, as far as the me being a furry thing goes, I'm not actually a furry, but I also don't care if people think that I am a furry, so
I have
no problem stoking those fires.
I hold the stance that putting your dick in a furry doesn't make you a furry. Some furry women are just fucking hot.
I'm pretty sure that my woman is not a furry woman, but
as a member of the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom,
I did text my editor out of nowhere, being like, "I need you to draw me a sexy rat."
You keep going on about this sexy rat while also trying to convince everybody you're not a fucking furry. I'm sorry, my guy, but nobody.
I'm not trying to convince anyone. I don't care if people think that I'm a furry. You're allowed to think that.
Being dissuaded from that stance.
You're a scaly though, says Nefarious Name of Doom. I assume that's just a furry for snakes.
Or dragons.
I didn't say I was into snakes. That one's Cirrus. I'm just like...
And I didn't say I was into snakes. I said Lamia women.
And I just said crush me, mommy.
And if it happens to be a Lamia woman, so be it.
Exactly. Okay, well, y'all are lucky that the fundraiser hasn't officially started yet, so...
Clueless Expert, thank you for gifting 5 community subs. And Ninjas, thank you as well. Oh, God, I'm going to need ibuprofen after this.
Next tweet. Eric Dougherty says, breaking! Zoran Mamdani has just been caught red-handed changing his story after saying his Muslim aunt had a very rough time wearing hijab in public after 9/11. It was a cousin of his father, who is no longer alive, named Zarafui. It has been exposed that Zoran's Muslim aunt didn't live in New York City at the time of 9/11. Everything about this dude is a fraud. This is only the latest example.
Wait, what?
He called his father's cousin his aunt.
People do that all the fucking time. What?
So that counts as a lie.
That's not a lie, though, because an aunt, just like how the word dad can be described onto different people in different circumstances, the word aunt is just a word to denote somebody who is kin of your father or mother.
I mean... It can also be used to refer to friends. Just ask my kids about their Auntie Claire.
Yeah.
We're not related to Auntie Claire that we know of.
Eric
Daughtery. She's their Auntie Claire.
Eric Daughtery, do you have a White House press pass? Because that sounds like somebody who would now have a White House press pass.
Oh, we live in a timeline where do you have a White House press pass is an insult.
Yeah, we do.
God
we
damn.
do.
That's depressing. But, like, so my take on this is, like, okay, I will let this be a scandal on one condition. Hold all politicians to the same high standard when it comes to lying. If you get caught saying one untrue thing ever, your career is over. Okay? I'm okay with that. And that would, I recognize that would end most Democrats' careers, if not all of them. It would also end all GOP careers. I'm okay with that purge. Let's get some fresh blood in there.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, yeah, we'll lose probably Bernie as collateral damage. And that age was going to do that eventually anyway.
Yeah. I mean, age is going to do that faster than to Trump, I think. Like, have you seen how, like... Like, he's taking cognitive tests. He's gone for 2 physicals. He's gone for 2 annual physicals in the last 1 year.
He thought that a cognitive test was an IQ test.
He thought a cognitive test was an IQ test. He's bragging about his results on it. They called for an MRI after he did the test this time, instead of just leaving it at the test. He's got his bruised hand. He's got his fat cankles. He's wandering off in the middle of, like, you saw the video of him in Japan?
No, I didn't. There's a video of him in Japan?
Oh, yeah. He like, they were doing a thing where I guess he had to, like, walk around the room to, like, inspect the troops or something. And he kept wandering off in the wrong direction. And the Prime Minister of Japan had to keep, like, leading him back to where he's supposed to be. And what's really funny about that is that the left-wing guy who I think he works for Midas Touch, for the Midas Network. He posted a short video of Trump getting lost during this meeting. And then I think it's actually run by a White House staffer. The account is called Rapid Response 47. And they posted like a longer video and was like, why did you only post the short video? You just post a clip to make it look bad, but here's the whole video. And in the whole video, he gets lost like another 3 times. So it's like, you get how this makes it worse, right?
Liz Chris, thank you for redeeming your points for an ooh again. Vanguard as well and think it's Vanguard? No, JASA with another ooh.
Yeah, so there's something wrong with Trump. I have my fingers crossed that it's fatal. We're allowed to hope that.
There's definitely a lot of shit wrong with him.
The fillet of fishes are finally catching up with him.
And the Egg McMuffins.
He called the cognitive test difficult. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's the same test he had before. The woman, man, person, camera, TV.
Giraffe.
It's like, yeah, no, that's a test that either you ace it or you have dementia. Those are the 2 options. If you thought it was hard, then if you don't have dementia yet, it's coming. But yeah, anyway, so the Rapid Response 47 thing, when they post the whole video, what I am convinced happened there, like, now I am not going to say that Joe Biden was perfectly cognitively functioning for his entire presidency, but it was definitely exaggerated anytime he had any sort of slip up whatsoever. And what happened a lot was like he would like wander off towards someone, but then the right-wing media would cut off the someone, so it looked like he just wandered off. So I think they remember that the response to that was people posting the whole video where it's like, oh no, you can see that he's not just randomly wandering off. He's walking towards this other person here. And so the rapid response team was like, oh, well, that was always the response to Biden. So let's just play the whole video and say that, oh, you took it out of context. But it's like, no, the context makes it worse, my guy.
Always.
All right. E.L. Yacobi says, Senator John Fetterman to Democrats. Stop calling Trump an autocrat. But he is one.
Yep.
Don't force a government shutdown. The Republicans are doing that. Accept Trump's help on crime. He's not helping. He's making things worse. Stand with Israel against Islamism. It's not about Islamism. It's about not fucking killing children and wounded people in hospitals and shit. And Mamdani doesn't reflect our party.
Good.
Yeah. And that's a serious...
Good.
That is correct. And that should make the party take a really long look at itself, given how popular Mamdani is.
The party that fucking pushed Bernie out of the Democratic primaries for the presidency should be looking at Mamdani and going, "Oh, right, maybe that's
I can learn from this." They should be learning from this. Yes, he doesn't reflect the party, but he reflects what people want. So maybe learn from that.
Stoff just sent me this and said, "Ask Rhino if this is sexy enough."
I don't know. That doesn't come across as sexy. That just comes across as dressed normally, like that. That just comes across as a trans rat. That's a goth rat, sort of. Is that goth? There's too much pink for it to be goth, but like
pastel goth. It's not even pastel goth,
sure,
because pastel goth would be mostly the pastels.
I mean, judging from the color scheme on the skirt,
emo. That's the one.
Emo.
You're right.
I mean, but
emo.
The color scheme on the skirt is very much like it's the trans flag.
Yeah,
obviously.
I forgot that emo was a thing where you think you're goth, but you actually just hate yourself more. I forgot about that.
Oh, Fennec says they want to see. Okay, this is safe for the stream. We can show this.
Axo says that's not what emo means. Okay. And that's
stuff sexy rat. Like it's not sexy, but it's not like sexy, if you know what I mean. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, it just is.
Yeah, like it's not unsexy, but I'm not going to crank it to that. Okay. Moving on.
Anyway. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.